and here we go. Hello everybody, it's the 27th of July 2015 and you are watching the live stream for the recording of the community meeting on Monday, the SUMO community meeting on Monday. We have people on IRC. I'm going to try and keep an eye on IRC, so if you have any questions or comments, keep them coming. We have a few people in the room as well, and we have an agenda. But before we start, traditionally, let's just have a first-minute, super serious, super-duper announcements. I just want to say hello, welcome back, Roland.
Hello.
Does anybody have? Yeah. Does anybody have any big announcements to make before we start? Nope. Okay, so we're going to move on. Let's just go on with the agenda. I pasted it into SUMO. It's generally available in the usual places. So, we have some action items from last week. Mark asked me to find a video that would illustrate nicely what people can do for the SUMO promo video clip that we're trying to put together. I found one example which is kind of one of those infinite memes. And I would just say, don't try this at home. People have probably seen this video, you can watch it later on. But in general, yeah. This is an idea of how it could look, but of course you should do it in a less serious way and probably more fun way. I was thinking of recording a video with me, but then again, I'm not a good actor, so for me it's very bad. I trust in our viewers and contributors and users being actually better actors. We don't have any round people updates, items, so let's move on to the updates and announcements. For the contributors of the week, hello everyone. I wanted to give a thumbs up to David, Sadda, and Sam. They started working on the SUMO Daybot. There's some links there to their documents about that. Generally, what we're going to use the SUMO Daybot is for SUMO days. On first days, they're going to be reminders, and they're going to greet people on IRC and so on and so on. We are still figuring out what features they could have. Those bots are actually going to be one bot doing this bot, what features it should have, but it's on GitHub, so take a look if you're interested in that, and you can probably come up with some pretty cool ideas there. Also, I just wanted to remind that Swarnava once pushed a very quick variant of a SUMO bot once for us to test, and it was really, really cool. So Swarnava, thanks for that as well. Hopefully we're going to learn from your experience, from that experience on that day, and something really, really cool. Does anybody have any other nominations or names to mention? And hello, Andrew, as well. Thank you for joining us. It's very nice now. I don't have my eyes on all the different possible places, but it's great to have you here. Okay, so we move on to the SUMO development update. Clear.
No, I had just muted myself because apparently people can hear some feedback. Is that the case for you guys? I'm very sorry if you hear yourself here or like any feedback. They have a very sophisticated setup here, like with all these microphones, and you would expect that to actually catch all of these issues, but apparently not. And usually what I would do is like plug out and plug in the microphone again. That usually works in a lot of other offices. In this case, it's not possible. So I'm sorry. I will tell IT about that after this meeting. Regarding SUMO Dev, so we have two things that we're working on and focused on in this sprint. One of them is finishing the Ask a Question page redesign, and we'll hopefully put that into the A/B test or start A/B testing that this week, if everything goes well. And right after that in priority is the buddy up localization work. So right now, Mike and Rihan are working in parallel on the Ask a Question page, finishing that up though, because that took a lot longer than actually expected. And we now want to we want to have that in production to be able to A/B test that to see how much better it will perform, and hopefully it will perform better than the page that we currently have. Because of that, unfortunately, we didn't take any 25% items on in this sprint, and we have to defer that to the next one. But if there is anything that's urgent in terms of like it has to get done, we can always slide that in, but nothing on the list that we had as for 25% items seemed that way. So let me know if there is anything, if we missed it. We can certainly slide that in and make sure that we get it done.
Okay.
And now I will mute myself.
Oh yes. Thank you for the updates, Kadir. Any questions or comments to Kadir before we mute him, or he mutes himself? Nope. Okay, so let's move on then. Thank you for the update. And remember, there's going to be a meeting on Thursday unless something happens, but I think the meeting is going to happen. Platform meeting, of course. Firefox Desktop, Mark, all yours.
The biggest thing happening is that Windows 10 is coming out really soon here. I think the first automatic updates to Windows 10 are going to start happening on Wednesday, the 29th. And Firefox doesn't actually fully support Windows 10 until version 40, which isn't coming for about 2 weeks after that Wednesday. It's going to work. It's going to run fine, but it's going to be really difficult to change the default browser to Firefox, and it's going to be the UI is going to be it's not really going to match with Windows 10 as much as some other apps will, like Microsoft apps. But I think that probably will be the case for most apps shortly after the release of Windows 10. The tougher one is really changing the default browser to Firefox. But we do have an article about that. It's up, I think. And we have some more articles, I think, that are also getting worked on. So just there's a thread on the forums as well, so just stay informed. And if you have a chance to update to Windows 10, I would advise doing it. Just get ahead of the curve there, get familiar with it, and be prepared to answer people's questions about it. That's really it. There's just a note about Windows 64-bit support is coming in the next version of Firefox as well, and this version, just a note, is only going to this release 40 is only going to support 64-bit Flash Player and nothing else. So it won't have support for Adobe Reader, it won't have support for 64-bit Java, but future releases will. But we actually are whitelisting plugins rather than blacklisting them for Firefox 64-bit. So there'll be a very limited amount of plugins that are going to work for that, at least until maybe like 42, 43. And then we may just open it up and start doing blacklisting.
Nice.
That is it for now for desktop.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Any questions or comments? Concerns? Has anybody played with Windows 10 already? Like, does anybody have access to Windows 10 in ways we don't know?
Yeah, so there was a, oh, you're muted, Patrick. There was a technical preview you could download for a while, but actually stopped letting people download about 2 weeks ago. Because they said, like, oh, the update will be here soon, just wait. But
I'm running the preview, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Linda brought home a tablet from MGX this weekend, and it had Windows 10 on it. It worked.
Okay, so you heard it here first. It works. From a panel of independent experts.
It is an operating system.
Well, operating systems should usually work. Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting times, as they say. Perfect. Thank you very much, Mark. Firefox updates. Joni said that there are none. I guess. So we can jump over to... Okay, perfect. So Roland, welcome back. And you have one update for Firefox Android.
I'm wondering if we... Joni, I'm wondering if we actually had any updates for Firefox 40 for Android? Because when I left, I couldn't find any, if I remember correctly.
No, no updates.
Okay.
On my end.
It's a pretty quiet release. Security and bug fixes, as they say, which is actually true.
Okay, perfect. So let's move over to the community section. Okay, so as a reminder, please help us make a video. There's a blog post explaining how to get on board with that, and earlier and up higher in those notes here for this meeting, there's a sample video that you should not try and copy, but you can get inspired by. So yeah, just send us short clips, 2 to 5 or 6 seconds of you being unhappy with your computer for some reason, or being confused, or just mad, or whatever. But keep it safe and send us our way. All the details are in the blog post. And we have an update from the Bangladesh community. They're back. So welcome back, Bangladesh community, and all the other people who are celebrating. I think it was Eid. So I hope I pronounced it well. And yeah, hopefully we're going to get some SUMO tour updates soon. Thanks for this update there. For the knowledge base, Joni, I put one thing in there for you. So just to remind people, sorry, just to jump in, just to remind people that we're looking for themes for the upcoming 80 days. We have a thread for that. Let us know what you think could work for you, and I give it over to you now, Joni. Fully.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Michal. So we do have a KB planning team now for SUMO days. So yeah, they're there to listen to feedback and like get ideas for our upcoming SUMO days and how to make it more engaging, more fun. So my next update is, Mark already covered this, but yeah, we have an article on how to, so when you update to Windows 10, if you have Firefox as your default browser, it'll reset it to Microsoft Edge. So we wrote an article to mitigate any problems with that. Right now, we're still waiting for that button to work for version 40, but we do have the version 39 content ready to localize. So I put a note in there for localizers saying you can localize 39. If you want to localize 40, go ahead, but it's probably going to change. And thanks to everyone who's already started localizing that. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you, Joni. Any comments, questions, updates? Are we moving over to Elton? We are. And hello, Sam. We just noticed you joined as well. This is really cool. We have more people joining today than last week. Let's keep it up. At this pace, in 3 weeks, we're going to have half the internet joining. So anyway, LPNN updates. I will start recording the scripts for the KB LPNN tutorial tomorrow for the videos that are going to explain how the dashboard works and everything in that area works. So this is going to be mostly for newcomers, but if you're a seasoned pro and you think you don't know something, they should explain things, although it's going to be pretty basic. Fair. You have your last chance to provide feedback and comments and whatnot. There's a link there to document. I'm going to be working on verbatim recording next week. I'm going to write the script during this week. And again, of course, your feedback is more than welcome, so just please do that. Verbatim instructions or verbatim tutorial is going to be there regardless of our plans for Pontoon because things change. So just to have it in place, you know, if we write down a nice script, it won't go to waste, I guess, because people are still going to be using verbatim for some things. As Joni already mentioned, there's an article, and we are prioritizing some locales for this because I think John99 mentioned in the forums that we may be changing our policy for localization. Policy is a big word. I would just say we are always trying to get as many localizers, as many contributors to localize as much as possible. And if we are able to just get some things done faster or just pinpoint them to community members saying this is really important or this is going to be a big thing in your locale and get them to do something about that, that's better for the user. Everything else, it's as business as usual. So if we can get it, if somebody wants to localize the whole KB into Klingon, let me know. I'm really happy to help you with that. I won't be able to localize it with you, but hey. So all locales are important, that's it. All locales matter. Also, as a heads up, I have a bunch of candidate locales. They're listed there to organize several alternate sprints together with me. So they're going to be happening in August and September. I just want to make sure that the community members from those locales are going to be available and ready to organize them. They're going to be a mix of offline and online sprints. So we'll see which one works best for which locale. As I said, there's a bunch of communities that are listed. Why are they chosen? These are the communities that could definitely use a boost in KB localization and have a lot of visits, and have an active or semi-active community that we can get together and make sure that people actually meet each other if they have it, for example. Whether it's going to be happening online or offline, that's still to be decided for each and every of those locales. There's some mountains, of course, to be hit there, and that's about it. If you have any questions, now is the time, or, of course, as always, I'm available for questions and comments all the time. Terrible silence, which probably means I can move over to the support forum updates. So Madalena unfortunately had to go on PTO today. She was not feeling well. I assume it's just Berlin being Berlin in the summer, which probably means snow and you know, snow beasts running around. knowing Berlin. So she's going to be back as soon as possible, and then we'll, of course, hear from her about things happening in the forums. Other than that, remember we have a blog and we have a Twitter account, so share it with the people you know, share it with the people you think could learn more about Sumo, and we're always happy to have more followers and more readers. Oh yeah, have I already mentioned that we are on Planet Mozilla with the blog? We are. So if you're following Planet Mozilla, you should see updates from Sumo as well. And that's about it, I guess. So this is kind of the last minute for people who would like to say something. And I just wanted to say again, it's really cool to see everybody joining. Keep joining our meeting, it's very cool. So Andrew, Sam, thank you for joining, and we're looking forward to have more people joining as well. Yeah, I'm shutting up now, and the stage is open, the microphone is open for anybody else. Okay, I assume this means we can call the meeting. That's it, okay. Unless, Mark, you were saying something? Sorry.
No, I said I guess not. But hey, it was good. It's good to see the contributors here in this meeting. We don't usually have a lot. You guys are always welcome to come join the meetings. Just watch it, even show your face, even talk. You have to be quiet. It's good to see you guys, though. We'll see you on the forum.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And with this, I'm going to call the meeting done, and everybody have a great Monday, and see you around soon. Take it easy.
Ciao, cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.